Hi, my name is Valerie Sefcik, and this is my skills video for Kinesiology 220. Today I'm going to be showing you how to correctly put on and take off gloves, as well as how to use an elastic roller bandage to bandage up a wound on the forearm. This is my husband Cameron, so he's going to be helping me out today. First and foremost, when you approach the scene, you want to make sure that everything is okay. You want to make sure that it's safe and the person is responsive. So it would look kind of something like this. Hi, my name is Francis, and I'm first aid certified. It looks like you're injured there. Would it be okay if I helped you out?
Yes, that is okay.
Okay, and it looks like you have a cut right here on your forearm. Are you hurt anywhere else?
No.
Okay. So since the cut looks clean, first and foremost, what we're going to do is we're going to wash our hands. And ideally, you would want to use soap and water. But for the sake of this video, we're just going to use hand sanitizer for right now. So what I'm going to do is put the hand sanitizer and go ahead and wash my hands. And once the hand sanitizer dries, I'm going to go ahead and put my gloves on. And this is just to create a barrier between me and the victim here and make sure that no blood is cross-contaminated or anything like that. So it's going to protect me from infection. It's also going to protect you from infection. So after I put my gloves on, I'm able to inspect the wound a little more. And it looks like it's just a clean cut right across the forearm. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and wash the wound out. And again, under normal circumstances or ideal circumstances, you'd want to use water and soap. But for the sake of the video, we're going to go ahead and use hand sanitizer again. You're going to rub that in just to make sure that the wound is nice and clean, and it looks like it's all clean. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take my gauze and I'm going to go ahead and apply some pressure to the wound in order to stop the bleeding and kind of keep it under control. So what you're going to do is you're going to apply a little bit of pressure onto the wound here and make sure that you hold it for a couple minutes so that the bleeding can start to stop. And once the bleeding stops, what you want to do is you want to take your elastic bandage here and you're going to start wrapping the gauze onto the arm. So if you could just pick your arm up a little bit. You want to start wrapping it around so that the gauze can stay in place, so that after you're finished, you can get the victim to the hospital if the bleeding is really intense, or it just kind of keeps them safe until they can get to a place where they can get it checked out and looked at and make sure that there's no other injuries that need to be addressed. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start wrapping this all around. You want to make sure that the whole piece of gauze that's covering the wound is covered with the elastic bandage, because you don't want it to move back and forth or anything, because that can cause debris and it can cause a scab that's started to form from the bleeding to rupture, and then that can cause more bleeding. Once you're finished wrapping it around and you want to make sure it's not too tight, you can just go ahead and hook it under there so that it doesn't go anywhere. And now that I've hooked it around and I've made sure that it's going to stay in place, it's not going to go anywhere, I'm going to go ahead and ask you, does that feel too tight? Can you move your arm?
Yeah.
You can move your hand. Okay, perfect. So now that you know that it's not too tight, you can go ahead and let them know that your wound is all healed up. If it continues to bother you, go ahead and seek medical help. It's probably a good idea to go ahead and seek medical help no matter what, just to make sure that there's no infection or anything like that. So after you've made sure that everything is okay, you can go ahead and let the bystander know that they're good to go. And then next you're going to go ahead and take off your gloves. And what you want to do is you want to pinch the inside like this so that you're only touching the inside of your glove with your gloved hand, and pull it off of your hand. Then you're going to ball it up into your wrist like that. And taking your ungloved hand, you're going to hook it underneath the glove so that you're touching the inside of the glove only, and pull that back over your hand so that they're up in a ball like this. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and put it in a plastic bag or in a biohazard container so that the blood and the bodily fluids don't get on anyone else, and you're just going to go ahead and throw that away. There you go. Thank you for watching.